And what's good, everybody? Welcome back here once again to Behind the Arc Basketball for a great game here. I'll be covering play-by-play as we got a top 10 battle going down here. This one at Baylor. And Waco, number 9 Kansas, taking on the number 2 team in the nation, the Baylor Bears. What should be a great game between these two teams. And this one, you have to go all the way back to last year, February 22nd, 2020, for the last home loss for Baylor. And it was against Kansas, 64-61. I covered Baylor back on Saturday. What a game it was. Complete grinded out fest against Texas Tech. Won the game by 8, 68-60. And Kansas last game, they lost against Oklahoma State 75-70. So, we welcome you guys once again on this stream. About to get ready to tip off in just a moment. Raven here, welcome to the stream, going out for Kansas here. Vegas going Baylor, same as Kevin. Ty here, welcome in again. Baylor in Kansas with Baylor at home. Puts out Baylor here all the way. Dakota, welcome to the stream here with his prediction for the Super Bowl. That Buck's going to win the Super Bowl. He is liking here. So we're going to get ready to go tip off in just a minute. Kansas will go in the blue uniforms for this game. Starting 5 looks like this for the Jayhawks. Marcus Garrett, Christian Brown, Achai Abaji, Jalen Wilson, Dave McCormick. Going up against the Baylor Bears, Jared Butler, Masio Teague, Flo Thamba, Mark Vital, and Davion Mitchell, the starting 5, as we get ready to tip off this game. Stream number 2 tonight to close it out. Big 12 basketball action should be a good one going down here. Jared Butler for Baylor looking to bounce back after shooting 2 for 7 from the perimeter. Only has 7 points for the leading scorer for the Bears this season. As here we go, getting ready to tip off. Baylor in the gray jerseys for this one with the green numbers, green letters with that neon yellow outline as they'll get the basketball first. They control the tip. Bears left to right on the court. Kansas in the blue uniforms. White numbers, white letters. Baylor has possession first. Top of the key, 15 seconds through. At the top, they'll take a 3 right away. Jared Butler sinks it for the Bears. Good response by him, able to get his confidence up from the last game right there. Great triple to start off. That's one of the things could possibly be a matchup nightmare, is that Kansas in the conference has struggled guarding the 3. They're good at defending the 2, and Kansas commits an offensive foul, passing the post right there. Leans in with the elbow, and Baylor takes the charge. Rough start there for Kansas. Their big fella, McCormick, already picks up his first personal. Baylor now with the ball, second possession. It's going to be Mitchell, hands it off at the left wing, Thamba. He'll hand it off around the perimeter, just keeps on going with perimeter switches right now for the Bears. Pass outside. At the right wing, Masio Teague dribbles now at the right elbow. He'll pass back out to the top of the key. Mitchell drives inside, passes back out left corner. Baylor with Butler. He'll take a corner 3. That's up, no good. Offensive rebound, Vital. Underneath, puts it up, no good. Second chance, gutted a fall right there. Teamwork. Flo Thamba, good for 2 in the post. 5-zip Bears. 1 minute through. What's good, Big Ben? Welcome to the stream. Bradley's in here as well. Sorry to hear that, bud. Hopefully the Cards will bounce back in the next game, brother. Kansas, no good off the 3-point shot. Missed it. Rebound, Baylor. Baylor got any big men here. They're more like undersized. They are loaded as far as their perimeter players. They got Shamwa Chatua, though, off the bench, who's been really good this season. Kansas gets the ball back. That was an air ball by Baylor. Kansas yet to be on the board, and Baylor's just locked up the perimeter as of late. Jalen Wilson drives, feeds it over, and McCormick floats it up, good for 2. First bucket there by the Jayhawks. 5-2 the score. 18 minutes left to go. Bears now with the basketball. Top of the key, Jared Butler. He's guarded by Garrett. That's a big matchup to watch out for today. Butler passes to the right corner. They got 2 players in this team averaging over 5 assists per game. They're one of the top passing teams in the nation. Shot fake. Dribbles left baseline. Drives inside. Good for 2 and a foul. Jared Butler playing elite level basketball right now. Right from the start with his bounce back game. He's got 5, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 1. Nelson, welcome to the stream here, man. Welcome on the channel as well. Very good start for Baylor, right out of the gate in this one. Yeah, that was Drew Brees' last game, it looks like. The pictures could tell. Picture tells 1,000 words, and you could see Drew Brees turn towards the spotlights to see the Superdome for one last time. Such a sad story, but man, he definitely deserves it. What an incredible career by Drew Brees. Free throw good at the line. I'm going to go Bills and Packers in the Super Bowl. I'm taking Kansas. Dribbles left baseline. Garrett flings it out on top. Igbaji takes the three. Hit the rim short. Great perimeter defense by Baylor. And the Bears will get the rebound with 17:20 left to go. Davion Mitchell at the right wing. Yes, I just streamed Louisville against Florida State. At the top of the key, Baylor bounce pass over to the corner. Jared Butler, guarded by Brown. Butler here on a one-on-one. Watch out, right baseline dribble. Sneaks behind. Oh, what a bounce pass there. Mark Vital gets a block. They get it back up. And a personal foul picked up again in the post by Kansas. It's going to send Baylor to the free throw line shoot two. They do the majority of their work around the perimeter for Baylor, but they grind it out inside. That's the big key for the Bears. They're more of an undersized team. They don't really have like a go-to scorer as far as a big or so. But they got off the bench Chanwa Chatua that's done a great job, really coming in, really underrated big man this season for Baylor. First free throw, missed it at the line for the Bears. That's one of their very few weak spots this year for Baylor. This team is all around a complete team. The only thing that they're like the weak spot is, if I had to point it out for Baylor, that would be their free throws. And they're at the very bottom of the Big 12 this season in free throws. That one's good. So split the free throws 1 for 2 at the line. 16:50 left to go. Right baseline. Igbaji dribbles, turns the corner. Dribbles now free throw circle. Back outside to Wilson. Wilson turns inside, and that's going to get a tie up out of bounds. Clock will stop with 16:43. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Oof. That's unfortunate. What's good, Kevin? Welcome to the stream, man. Should be a great night tomorrow night as well. Game definitely huge for Pitt versus Duke. Both teams trying to prove it and trying to see what direction they go in. 16.5 left to go. Baylor going to get the rebound. Kansas missed the three. Bears with the ball at the free throw circle. Pass inside, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Kansas. Chanwa Chatua going to enter the game for the first time today for Baylor now. Inbound coming up underneath the hoop by Mitchell. Mitchell passes over to the right wing. Flagler has it. Guarded by Christian Brown. Double teamed here. Adam Flagler. Oh, watch out. Flagler over the top right there. Mark Vital throws it down right behind the defense. Watch out, Kansas. Big jam off the alley-oop by Vital. 11-2. They are explosive. Kansas struggling to get any offense going. Looking like the first half from Texas Tech back on Saturday. 3-point shot. Good from the perimeter. Goes down by Igbaji. 11-5 to score. 15:45 left to go. Baylor drives inside. A reach and fall picked up by Kansas. Clock will stop with 15:45. Hey, thanks so much, Nelson. Yeah, he was coming into the chat. He was spamming a little bit, like putting in the same words or so. So we timed him out. I think towards the end of the last game. But it's not like an automatic ban, though. It was only like a timeout for the last stream. I was at the very end. I think it was in like the final minute. 11-5 to score. We're going to go on a timeout here in this one. So right now on the timeout, if you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well if you'd like to be notified about future play-by-play live streams. As we take a look at the Big 12 Conference here, Baylor in sole position of first place, 5-0 in the conference. Texas at number 2 in the Big 12 at 5-1. Only loss was last week at home against Texas Tech. Then after that, Kansas 4-2, a half a game ahead of Texas Tech, which is 4-3 at number 4 in the conference. Oklahoma State 3-3, Oklahoma 3-3, and West Virginia 2-3. And in the back half here, 3 teams that looks like they're not going to make the tournament. TCU at 2-4, Kansas State at 1-5, and Iowa State at 0-5. So that's what the conference looks like currently right now for the Big 12. Ty puts out Louisville is overrated. They just played a bad game. They should be a tournament team for Louisville still, but I had predicted Louisville would be borderline top 25. They're playing a Florida State team that's going to be up to around 11 or 12 before the season is over. Possibly even into the top 10 as well. That's the thing. So I just think that Florida State's turned a corner, and they are really good. I thought that Florida State would have lost steam and lost on the road at Louisville, because that's a quick turnaround. I heard that a couple Florida State players were banged up in the last game. Scotty Barnes actually did not play. He was injured, and MJ Walker headed out in the second half for a little bit against North Carolina. So they were banged up in the last game, and able to come out and perform like that and put on a statement today by FSU. I think now we have whittled it down to 2, because yesterday that could have very well solved a lot of questions. Of course, it's not over yet. We still have 2 more months remaining of basketball, less than 8 weeks away before Selection Sunday. But that game just might have answered a good amount of questions about who's the front runners in the ACC. And we did not see that 2 weeks ago, that Virginia and Florida State, because they haven't turned their corner yet. And what Virginia did, a statement victory over Clemson on Saturday, and what Florida State did today, they're putting on statements. It's these 2 teams now, right at the top of the conference, that is really proving it. And Virginia Tech in the mix as well. So that will get sorted out. But right now, it's looking Virginia and FSU straight up at the top coming out. And both of those teams, they started out the year slow, but they get better with coaching. 11-5 now the score. Watch out for Baylor when come tournament time. They look like national championship potential here with such a deep team that they have. That this college basketball season is a marathon. When you go through the entire season, you got to have a deep team to keep on winning games, and this team can keep on rolling. They got so many players here, and the backcourt that can light it up right from the timeout. They make it good from the perimeter, 14-5. Keegan, welcome to the stream. Will Kansas slide out of the top 25? No. Not just yet. I would have them over West Virginia. Yeah, Kansas won against West Virginia. West Virginia will be the next team before Kansas to slide out of the top 25. Kansas flings it around the perimeter. Ball gets a tie up here. Possession hour, Kansas. Clock will stop with 15:09. What's good, Steven? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I agree. Dan McCormick as of lately, hitting his mid-range shots, his free throw shot has improved. He's been getting better as of late, which has been huge. What's good, Ethan? Welcome to the stream, man. What do you miss? Last game, Louisville got crushed against Florida State. Florida State just lit it up in that game, and this one so far, Baylor hitting down their shots straight from this one. Kansas lost the handle. Ball gets stolen away, and the key Marcus Gary got it stripped and stolen, as Kansas will pick up a personal foul from behind as well. Their 4th of the first half, and the clock will stop now with 15:04. Bob the Tornado, welcome to the stream here. So give him a big warm welcome on the channel. Jose, welcome back. His mom is gonna make food. We haven't ate nothing. Go get food, man. Definitely always good to put some food in your body, man. We're back to action. Baylor get the inbound. 15 minutes left to go. Bears pass it left corner, shot fake. Moves it back around to Matthew Meyer here. He dribbles into the key. Meyer double teamed. He gets it back as the ball was poked loose for a second. Moves it back outside to Mitchell. Davion Mitchell now drives. Floats it up, no good. Rebound back to Kansas. Yeah, I agree. Oklahoma State should definitely, if they win against Baylor on Saturday, they are definitely making it in the top 25. Baylor, a big steal, leads to a jam right there, throwing it down with a two-handed flush. Masio Teagan transition. 16-5, this one getting ugly. Timeout, Bill Self for Kansas. Timeout, Kansas on the court. This game is getting ugly. Man. Yeah, he was spamming the chat for a little bit, so he got timed out, but it's not like an automatic hide or anything. It was at the end of the last stream. Yeah, Nets looking good. Thanks so much for the update there, Timo. I'm gonna take a look at the score now since we're on the timeout here of NBA, what we got going on. Wow, Nets running away with it. Second half up against the Bucks, 92-81. And KD's got himself 22 points. My score prediction here, I've got Baylor in this one, 70-65. And they are actually running away in this game right now. This might be more like the Texas-Kansas result. I just think that Kansas just doesn't match up well they definitely didn't match up well against Texas. And this matchup's kind of shaky too, since Kansas has struggled to guard the perimeter this season quite a bit. They're good at interior, but perimeter's been a little bit of a struggle. Jumper, good for 2, going down there by Kansas as we're back from the timeout. 16-7 to score. 14 minutes left to go first half. Baylor now with the basketball. Adam Flagler back out to left wing to Teague. So many different pieces on this Baylor Bears team. Davion Mitchell has it. This backcourt, the best in college basketball. Mitchell, double team, left baseline dribble. Underneath, they'll call him, though, for the double dribble. $13:47 left to go. Kansas basketball coming up here once again off the inbounds. Kansas takes it past half court. We welcome in Big Daddy Spaghetti out to the chat. Jayhawks now with the ball. Garrett back out to the top to the right wing. Christian Brown has it, guarded by Meyer. Bounce pass around the perimeter. Lightfoot hands it off now, right baseline dribble, and that's an offensive foul. Leading right in there with his left shoulder was Ochai Agbaji. And Meyer takes the flop. It's an offensive foul, and Baylor will get the ball right back. So Bears will get it back. That's the 4th turnover already by Kansas. Yeah, Steven wants Kansas recruiting to step up like the other blue bloods. I hear you, man. They're more known to just develop their players. They pass it over to Meyer, drives inside, lost control of it though at the baseline. Turnover Baylor to their second one of the game. $16-7 on a little bit of a scoring drought for both of these teams as of late. 13 minutes left to go before half. Kansas now with the ball. Jayhawks at the right wing. Before that, a foul picked up by Baylor around the perimeter. It's going to be on Flo Thamba here. Clock will stop. So inbound coming up for Kansas. They'll put it back now into the hands of DeJuan Harris. He checks into the game first time today. Watch out. Oh, they missed the alley-oop, but they got fouled. DeJuan Harris went for like a half-court alley-oop pass over to Agbaji behind the Baylor defense. Baylor read it well, though, but they picked up the personal. Agbaji missed the slam dunk. It's going to be 2 at the line by Agbaji. Wow, Agbaji wanted to go to Missouri. Even wrote a letter to Missouri's coach asking to play in Missouri, and the coach said no. How in the world do you refuse the best player this season, like the most consistent player for Kansas for scoring? $1.99 per month for a special shout out, Big Daddy Spaghetti. Second free throw, no good. 0 for 2 at the line. They do get the offensive rebound. Kansas jacks up a 3, no good. Rebound Baylor. Baylor now with the ball. 13 minutes left to go remaining first half. They have it at the right elbow. Maseo Teague back out top of the key over to Butler. Butler now dribbles double team, moves it over left corner. Oh, what a pass. Meyer to the left wing over to his other teammate for Baylor. No good, but able to get the tip in. Good for 2 by Thamba with 12.5 left to go. 18-7. 12:20 left to go. Special shout-outs are on the membership tab. Agbaji, no good, missed the layup, tapped it out of bounds off a Baylor player, one out of bounds by Thamba. So it hits the baseline. So yeah, no special shout-outs like all those people in the NBA streams from the Philippines when I cover the finals. Kansas on the scoring drought for over the last 2 minutes. If you want a special shout-out, there's always the membership tab. that gives you the special shout-outs. But you gotta pay for those. 12:10 left to go. Kansas now with the ball. Free throw circle. Moves it back out top of the key to Juan Harris here with the ball. Passes right baseline. Over to McCormick. Backs his way, and that will be a personal foul picked up by Thamba here. That's going to be a second. .12:05 left to go. Inbound Kansas. Underneath their hoop. Kansas now dribbles, dish over to the left elbow, pro hop back over top of the key to Juan Harris. Moves over to Wilson, back outside of Brown, and another foul this time. It's going to be picked up by Teague here at Baylor. Clock will stop again, and the media timeout will be taken here. So 18-7 the score. So we'll be back after this timeout. We got 11:55 left to go first half. All right, let's see our first half score prediction. So we got 11:55 left to go. I'm going to go Baylor 34-21. So that's what I'll go there. Baylor 34-21. Hey, Behind the Arc fan, welcome back, bud. Kobe will be introduced. National Guard of American Heroes. Oh, man, what a salute right there. That's awesome, brother. It's $1.99 for a special shout-out for a membership tab. Have to pay the price per month. All right, so right now we're just on the timeout. Great start by Jared Butler. He's got 9 points here by Butler. Hitting down 2 triples from the perimeter. Keegan says Kansas makes a run. Baylor 35, Kansas 32. Wow, Ravens release Mark Ingram. No shocker there. He had a struggle of a season. That's too bad, though, for Mark Ingram. So they're rolling now with J.K. Dobbins, it looks like, for the future for Baltimore. I know, man. Crazy. January 26th, I remember the day where it just completely stopped. It just like froze. Scoreboard update right now. We take a look at it. Nets up against the Bucks, 94-89. The Raptors lead the Mavs, 84-76 the score. Heat have come back. Pistons lead it, though, 64-60. Heat only down by 4, though. They were getting crushed in that first quarter. And Bulls up against the Rockets. Tighter game, though. 71-66. Victor Oladipo, 22 for Houston. All right, we will see a Lego Friends expert there. Got some interesting names in the chat tonight. Armando, welcome to the stream once again, bud. Everything's been going pretty good. So we'll get right back into this game here, folks, in this one. Baylor's perimeter defense. It gave Texas Tech a lot of problems in the first half today against Kansas. Once again, the Jayhawks having problems. 1 for 4 from the outside, and that's the bread and butter of Kansas, too, knocking down triples. And Baylor, they've hit down 2 3-point shots, but able to get quite a bit of baskets off of tip-ins inside by Baylor. Also got an alley-oop pass, too, over to Mark Vital. So we're back to action, 18-7. After the timeout, it's going to be Kansas basketball. 11:50 left to go. Kansas has the top of the free throw circle. Pass over left corner, Jalen Wilson. That almost went out of bounds. They move it back over to Garrett. Garrett at the top. 6 on the shot clock. Garrett dribbles towards his left. Garrett now passes over to Christian Brown. Deep three, takes it, got it. Wow. Christian Brown, three-point specialist, lines it up, hits it down there. 25-footer. 18-10 the score. Steph Curry range indeed. 11:20 left to go. Baylor, 8-point lead. Pass over left corner perimeter. Bears back out. Top of the free throw circle. Moves it over to Mitchell now at the left wing. Guarded by Brown. Davion Mitchell. The pick set by Tchamwa Tchatchoua. Rolls down. Passes back outside. Oh, they'll take a three. Rattled out. Fight for the rebound. Tipped up. Rebound by Wilson of Kansas. 11 minutes remaining now. Kansas down by 8. Have the chance to come back. We'll see. At the left wing. Shot fake Harris. Back out top of the key. Moves it inside over McCormack, and poked loose in the post. What a defensive play right there by Baylor. Great defensive play in the post right there. McCormack was swarmed by 3 great jerseys. What a pass. A right corner lines it up good by Butler. Jared Butler, bounce back game for him. 12 points. Out of the 21 already. Already surpassing what he had back on Saturday. Kansas now has it at the left wing. Jayhawks with 10.5 left to go. Garrett, left corner perimeter. Garrett dribbles left baseline underneath, drives, no good, contact, offensive rebound, McCormack gets it, saves it, throws it back outside of Wilson, double teamed, back out to the top, they were going to move it over, right corner, catch and shoot 3, Brown, got it. 3-point specialist, the next Duncan Robinson. You got it with this kid right here, number 2 for Kansas. 21-13, keeping his team in the game with 2 triples. 10 minutes left to go, halfway before halftime. When Stanford playing, I'll take a look at that and see. They got, I think, a couple of difficult games coming up for Stanford. They finished with Colorado. Oh boy, they got USC and UCLA coming up this week. Next game for Stanford is Thursday, and it looks like it's an afternoon game, Pacific time. It says 5 p.m. Eastern time, so that's like 2 p.m. Yeah, that's 2 p.m. Pacific time. So USC versus Stanford. It's at Stanford on Thursday. No good off the shot right there by Kansas. Rebound Baylor with 9:35 left to go. Baylor takes the best half court. Lob over the top. It gets intercepted right back over for Kansas. Kansas drives inside. Missed the layup from behind, but there's going to be no. Oh, wow. There was contact, no foul. Great defensive play by Baylor. And it went out of bounds. Last touch by Kansas. Wow. Easy win for UCLA on Thursday, Vegas books out. They're undefeated for UCLA in Pac-12. Without their best player, too. I'm going to go with Stanford, actually, in that game, because Stanford is desperate for a win to save their tournament hopes. And I feel like a lot of these teams that's desperate for a win, that they've been down lately, they've been turning the corner, like try to turn the corner. Stanford's really desperate for a win, so I'm going to take the underdog. I feel like a lot of the favorites keep on losing games lately. Drives inside, good for 2 by Baylor. Wow, look at that spacing by Masio Teague. 23-13. Yeah, we're getting there on the road to 10K. After going to join for a couple minutes before I go to bed on John's stream and see how his stream's going tonight. Turnaround jumper, Kansas missed it. Rebound by Baylor. Bears have the ball. Mitchell at the right wing, wide open. Pump fake, easy 3. Pump fakes DeJuan Harris just out of the building right there. 26-13, ouch. Timeout again by Bill Self. Down to 2 timeouts left to go with 8:30 left remaining. Man, that was so easy. Davion Mitchell, he had a one-on-one right corner and right wing. What spacing he had around the perimeter. He had his teammate out at the right corner. He had a one-on-one opportunity there with DeJuan Harris guarding 2 players. He pump faked to the right corner. Harris got faked out and guarded the corner and just opened up Mitchell for a wide open 3. So we are on the timeout now, 26-13. Baylor firing on all cylinders. Their bread and butter going down here with a 3-point shot. They made 4 of those so far. Jared Butler keying in, bouncing back, doing great so far. 12 points by Butler, leading the way. And this team is just super duper deep in all phases here for Baylor. They've yet to have a single bench point actually for Baylor in this game, but expect that to change. That's one of the things. LJ Cryer's yet to check into the game either. But Baylor in the last game, they had in total in the last game for the Bears, they were going off with 26 bench points. They basically had like almost 40% of their points off the bench. Will I stream any NFL games on Sunday? I'm going to take this Sunday off again, I believe. I usually hang out with my girlfriend usually on Sunday, so that's why I don't do Sundays that much. I'm probably just going to watch it with my family this Sunday. If I'm around, because she'll be over for a while, probably. 26-13 the score. Keegan predicts Michigan going to lose to Maryland, to lose 2 straight for his prediction. Yeah, it's been super duper crazy how much the underdogs have won like lately. Oh wow, what? So looking at the NBA scores here, Raptors up against the Mavericks. Raptors breaking loose, 29-77. They lead it over the Mavericks with 8 minutes left to go in the fourth. Heat are only down by 2 against the Pistons, 70-68. Detroit up by 2. Nets up against the Bucks. What a game over there, 97-95. Giannis with 25 points, 10 rebounds. James Harden with 24 points and 9 assists. Baylor looking good indeed as we welcome back Bill out into the stream here. Yeah, very tight game Armando puts out here. Score for the Nets-Bucks games. Nets up by 2, 97-95, and Brown doing a reach in there. Gonna be a jump ball, looks like. We'll have to see sometime, Roger. Bulls lead the Rockets 84-77. She only comes over usually on the weekends because she lives like over an hour away. So I don't ever see her on the weekdays because we both work on the weekdays. Hey Lucas, welcome to the stream, man. No problem, bud. 26-13 the score. We get back to action. 8:30 remaining. First half. It will be Kansas basketball in the inbound, trailing by 13 and a lot of trouble so far. Jayhawks take it past half courts. DeJuan Harris dribbles to the right wing. This is what they got on the court here. Harris, Brown, as Harris slips with the basketball on the ground, looking to pass it. And that will be a Baylor foul. Very lucky. That could have resulted in 2 for Baylor if they had resulted in a clean steal. It's going to be a reach-in, though, by Jared Butler. Picks up his second. Who's Baylor? Better, Baylor or Gonzaga? I'm going to take Gonzaga right now. I think it's going to be those two in the national championship, and I feel like the difference maker is going to be decided by free throws. And Gonzaga is a pretty good free throw shooting team. They're not like the best team, but that's like the only weakness for Baylor basically is they struggle at the free throw line. Right baseline, backs his way, double teamed, and Baylor pockets the steal right there in the key. Here goes the Bears with spacing and transition. They dribble now, free throw circle, back outside. Shot fake here, driving into the lane, strip, pass, beautiful feed right there underneath by Baylor. I thought he was stripped for a moment. Man, Masio Teague puts that one over to his teammate right there. That is good. Up and in off the backboard by John Wachatua for 2. 28-13, Kansas. Moves it back outside. Christian Brown lines up a 3. Got it. 28-16. Christian Brown keeping the Jayhawks into this game. He's made 3 3-point shots. 9 points. Leading scorer so far for Kansas. Baylor floats it over the top. Personal foul picked up as Mark Vital lost it off the back iron. And Kansas got the rebound. Vital picked up the foul from behind. Roger puts out Gonzaga because they're 14-0. Baylor because they would be only 13-0 if they win this one. Yeah, numbers here as far as this season. Records, it's going to be difficult with the eye test as far as these teams. Because you could be a team like Marquette that's played a really difficult schedule and it's just one game above 500. Or just right above 500 right now. For Marquette. They're 2 games above 500 now, 8-6. First free throw good at the line by Kansas, by Christian Brown. He's got double figures already. Vegas will go with me on this one even though he hates Gonzaga so much. Second free throw good, 28-18. Who also think Giannis will do the same as Harden asked out of Milwaukee during his max? I'll probably say no there because they picked up Holiday for a reason, and to make a run for it. No good in transition. Kansas got the steal. That should have been easy layup. It should have been an 8-point game. Instead, Baylor gets the rebound. 7 minutes left to go. Bears drive, pro hop inside, kicks it back out right corner, takes the three open. No good. Oh, what a rebound. If they can save it. Oh, they do. Wow, what a save. Baylor underneath. They control the basketball. 6:50 left to go. They're going to slow it down. 8 on the shot clock. Baylor here now with the ball. Mitchell dribbles at the right wing. Passes back over to the top. They'll take a jumper. Good for 2 at the free throw circle. Goes down 30-18. Ty will get a perfect bracket this year. 6.5 left to go. Kansas has it here at the top. Igbaji. Shot fake. Moves it outside. Garrett. Garrett dribbles now. Left baseline inside. Gets behind the defense. Good for 2. 30-20. Me and my girlfriend met over 5 years ago. We've been dating. Yesterday was our 5-year anniversary. Abtish Juice, welcome to the stream here. Is liking Villanova all the way here. 6.5 remaining. 15 on the shot clock. Baylor ball. Up by 10. Bears pass over to the left corner. Left baseline dribble. Shot fake. Floats it up and contact in the foul. It's going to send 2 free throws here at the line by Masio Teague. So let's see here. Ethan will assume I'll stream Kansas versus Oklahoma, UConn, Creighton, maybe LSU, Kentucky, or UCLA, Stanford after those games. Not sure, honestly, just yet for Saturday. Probably not UCLA, Stanford, because I think that game's really late. But probably either 2 or 3, depending on what's been going on. It seems like a lot of people keep on streaming the games, unfortunately. Or so, like, showing the games, because I've been covering, like, a lot of big games lately, and they've only had, like, that Texas Tech one against Baylor, that couldn't even get, like, 400 views on it, which was too bad. Both of them good at the line by Baylor, 32-20. But I really want to do UConn Creighton on Saturday. That's one I'm looking forward to, if I'm able to cover that. I have to see the other schedule. Providence and Villanova, that's supposed to play each other, but I'm not sure if it's on Fox or FS1 yet. It says to be determined. But if it's on Fox, I'll cover that one. Providence against Villanova at night. They're not sure about the game schedule for Providence Villanova yet. Floater, good for 2 by Teague. 34-20 the score. Yeah, UCLA Stanford, that one's on Fox. It's a lot of good games. Kansas drives inside. There's contact and a foul. Clock will stop with 5:13. I haven't called Pac-12 yet. I remember last year there used to be like a really good Pac-12 games on Thursday, but they put the games earlier now usually. For some reason they put them in like the late afternoon. So 2 free throws coming down by Garrett at the line. First one missed it, no good. Yeah, I agree behind the arc fan. Definitely needs to crack down. Yeah, because I remember covering Providence versus Xavier. We had over 60 people in the chat for that one. So, I think, because, yeah, Fox is covering Providence versus Xavier. Fox has been cracking down on people streaming games on Fox. Whereas ESPN, people have been able to get away with the ESPN games. So I'm probably gonna lean towards covering Creighton versus UConn because that game is on Fox on Saturday, because that would get more viewers on the stream, and it gives me an opportunity to cover a pretty good Big East game. I haven't seen Creighton this season too. Floated it up, no good by Baylor. Rattled out, rebound Kansas here with 4:40 left to go. Jayhawks now with the basketball, right wing perimeter. They dribble right baseline, pass gets deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Baylor. As the clock will stop with 4:36. Yeah, Providence versus Villanova. It doesn't say what channel. It says Fox-FS1. So, hopefully they put it on Fox, because I would love to cover that, man. Definitely love to cover that. Yeah, underrated game. St. Bonaventure, St. Louis. 8 Eastern time on ESPN2. That's a good matchup. And St. Louis is taking on UMass in their next game. And UMass is in, I think, 2nd place now in the Atlantic 10, and UMass has got some ball players this year. They got Trey Mitchell, who I think he's going to get drafted. If he declares for the draft, he should be a 2nd round draft pick, and everybody's sleeping on him. I would put him in the 2nd round. 3-point shot, Baylor takes it, they sink it. Man, Jared Butler, he is playing with fire tonight in this game as he knocks down the perimeter triple. Timeout Kansas, down to 1 timeout left to go, as they are just burning timeouts here with 4:09 remaining before halftime. Do I do a tournament bracket group on the Discord? We've never done one so far for like a tournament bracket. I remember 2 years ago I did an ESPN group, but we should definitely like open it up to like everybody in the Discord for this year. We're gonna go into a timeout, so that's something that I definitely would love to do, like a bracket. I usually use ESPN. I did for the last one, but if you guys want to use something different, like I know there's different ones, like CBS. I think there's the Capital One Challenge that they have. That one's the actual one by the NCAA, and then there's Fox Sports does a bracket too. I think Yahoo does one too. But yeah. Whatever you guys would like what people are comfortable with, we can go with. 37-21 on a timeout right now. Baylor cruising. We still got over 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Yes, Steve, welcome to the stream here. He puts out, will be great to see some teams like UMass make the tournament. Puts out, tired of Dukes versus Kentucky's. I'm from Massachusetts, and during the last 20 years, I'm 25, so I never realized how like great of a program UMass was like back in the 90s, until I started getting older and looked back at their past history when they had Coach Cal. But for the past 20 years, UMass has only made the tournament once, and that was when I was a senior in high school. And in class that day. That was such a lit day of school, basically, because a lot of our alumni, even though UMass it's not, I don't consider it to be like a hometown college for me, because it's it's like 2.5 hours away from me, even though it's in Massachusetts, where Providence and Rhode Island, Providence is 15 minutes away from me, and URI is actually closer than UMass. URI is 45 minutes away from me, whereas UMass is out. It's out in Western Mass, so out right off of I-91 up in Western Mass in Amherst, and it was just cool to see UMass make the tournaments, and I think it's gonna be tough this year, but I think they can finish like around 4th in the A10, and they got some good players. Trey Mitchell, their center, he is really underrated, and he's going for a potential A10 player of the year this year. For Trey Mitchell, like he is doing. His season opener, he dropped like a 30-burger on Northeastern in that game. And I think he's definitely going to make A10 first team, and I think he has the chance to even be drafted for Trey Mitchell if he declares. If he doesn't declare for the draft, and if his whole majority supporting cast comes back, because a lot of those players are, I think, sophomores, maybe juniors. One of those players is senior, so he'll leave. But I think they have a good chance to make the tournament for the first time since, I think, 2013. Hey, what's good, Dude Durr? Welcome to the stream, bud. Vaughn, welcome to the stream here. But Podali thinks that Dr. J went to UMass back in the day. I'm actually not sure myself. I'll see if I can take a look at that. I'm interested to know. It's surprising, though, that UMass is playing great basketball instead of Rhode Island's been really inconsistent this year. We get back to action. 3:40 left to go. 3 in the shot clock. Kansas turnaround good in the key. 37-23. January 30th. I saw the schedule for that. That is loaded there. That's great schedule they have. Wow. Auburn, Baylor, Florida, West Virginia, Alabama, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Oklahoma State. Wow. Yeah, they got the SEC Big 12 Challenge games. Baylor, good inside. That's good for 2. Roger puts out URI Rocks Go Rams, while Seton Hall lost by 13 at URI this season. 3-point shot. Kansas takes it from the perimeter, makes it by Christian Brown. He is alone keeping his team right into the game right now. 14 points, 4 for 4 from the perimeter. And down by 13, but still, Baylor's just scored a ton here in this first half. Tyler, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping them by. Really appreciate it, brother. Baylor has it, 2:40 left to go. They move it back outside. Jared Butler playing on a mission. Dribble, drive, splits defenders, got it. Up and in off the backboard. Good for 2 by Butler. 17 points, 6 for 8 from the floor for him today. Driving to the basket and a bounce back game. He already has 10 more points than he did with his 7 points he scored against Texas Tech on Saturday. Kansas at the top of the key. Lightfoot gives it back over to Garrett. Dribbles right baseline as he is guarded around the perimeter now. Into the hands of Jalen Wilson. Back outside. Lightfoot over to Brown. Christian Brown dribbles. Free throw circle. Bounce past Lightfoot. Takes the baseline jumper. No good. Rebound Baylor. Baylor's defense here. Coming in with that big rebound. Here goes the Bears now. Bounce pass behind the back. Wide open jumper. Free throw circle. Missed it. Tipped up in the air. Kansas rebound with a minute 50. We got also on that day, wow, a lot of great games. Yeah, Big 12 SEC Challenge, man. Wow. Villanova takes on Seton Hall 2. Oregon USC, that's a great matchup. Wow. And yeah, okay, so that's the same day as Texas, Kentucky, and yep, Kansas versus Tennessee is that day as well. Yeah, Dude Durham, welcome to the stream, man. So, unranked Alabama, and they got ranked this week. So, they got ranked this week at 18, which I feel like is way too low. They should have got at least 15 on the rankings. That is way too low. They should have been ranked 2 weeks ago, but they have been playing lights out lately, yes. They have, and they've been doing it with players in and out, being injured with some of their key players. They got multiple weapons for Alabama. Floater for 2, no good by Kansas. It was an air ball, went on the bounds of the baseline. Clock will stop with a minute 29, last touch by Baylor, so Kansas will get it back. No 24-hour live stream on January 30th. Jumper, no good. I'll probably choose 2 or 3 games, most likely, from that bunch. There's some good ones. Baylor shot fake Mitchell, moves it back to the left wing. The thing is, I was talking about 15 minutes ago is that a lot of the ESPN streams, people have been showing the games, so the ESPN streams haven't got a lot of views lately for these games. As Baylor commits the offensive foul, Mitchell dribbles to the basket, and Kansas took the charge. Heavy contact. It's going to go right back over to Kansas with a minute 2 left to go. Yeah, wow. If Deshaun Watson moves to LA to the Rams there, wow. Among Us stuff, welcome on the stream here, man. Yeah, so I thought that Alabama would be ranked ahead of West Virginia, which West Virginia's number 14. They're 9-4. So West Virginia's got 4 losses at 9-4. Alabama's 11-3, which they played 14 games to West Virginia's. Yeah, Alabama's played 1 more game. And West Virginia's 13. Jumper good for a deep 2 by Jalen Wilson. Finally on the board today. 41-28. Yeah, I'd be sleeping by then. Butler already with 17, playing on a mission. Final 30 seconds left to go. Yeah, I might do a poll on which games I'll have to see by then. Some of the games will probably get canceled too, unfortunately, due to what's going on. 5 in the shot clock, 15 seconds left to go. They'll dribble now at the right wing. Dribbles back. Mitchell with the basketball. Shot fake, and that is a shot clock violation. Could not launch it in time as 10 seconds remaining before halftime. Kansas will get it back down by 13. Hey, what's good, Aaron? Welcome on the stream, man. So Jayhawks will get the basketball back here. Final 10 seconds before half. I've been doing pretty well. Christian Brown keeping Kansas in this game in the first half. Perfect 4 for 4 from the outside. 14 points. Garrett swings it over. Right corner. 3. Fadeaway. Anaruno way off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound. Lightfoot. Turnaround. Did he get it in time, though? I don't think so. They're going to take a look at this and review it and see. They count the bucket with 30 on the board. Wow, did he really? Did he really get that? They're going to go to the computer monitor, so we'll wait about this. 41-30 is currently the score. According to ESPN, oh no, that's not going to count. That's still in his hands when the shot clock horn goes off. That's still in his hands, so that's my initial, yeah, that was first initial thought by me. I was like, no way that counted there. with a turnaround jumper. So, yeah, they take it off. It's 41-28. 41-28 at halftime here. 13-point lead by Baylor. As we're going to go into halftime, and Kansas just burning some serious timeouts right there in that first half. Down to 1 timeout. Alright, so it is 41-28. Did not count the bucket. It was released off of Lightfoot's hands when the buzzer had gone off there. If you guys are new on the stream, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that sub, or ring that notification bell as well. To cover play-by-play basketball action here. Oh, man, dude, Durham wanted that one to count it, so he's got the over tonight, so over 142 for this one. Every point over or under is worth $2.50 for him. So, he was wishing that Kansas had scored this one. So we're looking for a shootout here for the second half. So Baylor doing their part with a 41 at halftime. 69 total on the board. And that is halfway to 138 currently. This game should be able to pick up quite a bit more in the second half too. I think I predicted final score Baylor 70, Kansas 65. I think Baylor's definitely going to go over 70 now. But I think Kansas can make it closer. As we're right now on the timeout. Yeah, I'll take a look at Bucks Nets here since we're on halftime. Let's see. Let's see. Great. Oh, wow. 119-118. KD at the free throw line with 1:32 left to go to tie it up. And he does. Sinks it. So, yeah, we're just at halftime right now. Baylor leading Kansas 41-28. Incredible basketball game in the NBA currently. 119-119 between the Nets and the Bucks with a final 1:20 left to go. We're going to update you guys scores throughout the NBA tonight. Not really much for college hoops. It's just the Louisville, Florida State before that. Giannis just he just was able to hit a shot inside, so that's good. And Giannis with 34 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, as Milwaukee has a 2-point lead, 121-119. Brooklyn dials back. Oh boy. Joe Harris takes the lead with a 3-point shot by Brooklyn with 1 minute remaining, 122-121. Yeah, Warriors and Lakers starting in about 2 minutes, 7 o'clock Pacific time. By the way, the Heat, they were trailing early on in the first quarter. They have taken the lead over the Pistons, 88-80. Bulls up against the Rockets, 104-95. Those are NBA scoreboard updates. Also, the Raptors lead the Mavericks, 114-93. 40 seconds left to go. Milwaukee just got a shot inside. Harden for the lead, missed the 3. Offensive rebound, though. Harden gets his own back to KD, and KD makes the 3 with 36.3. Brooklyn by 2. What a game. 125-123 with 36 seconds left to go. Milwaukee has it here. Incredible game. Milwaukee going to take a 3. They missed it. Joe Harris picks up the rebound. Harden will move it over to KD. And 3-second differential. The Bucks down by 2. They got to pick up a foul here. Going for force a turnover. Too much time's going off the clock here, Milwaukee. What are you doing? 3-second differential. Do you know what the shot clock is here, Bucks? KD's got the basketball. Oh, Middleton. Oh, they stripped KD. And Milwaukee with 3.5. What? That's unbelievable. The Bucks stripped KD and got the steal there. Or is that a reach-in? I'm trying to... It's a big call. Wow, what a game between those two. So, yeah, we're just at halftime right now. Kansas versus Baylor currently. If you guys are just wondering, in the NBA, there's some really good games tonight. And the Brooklyn Nets lead against the Bucks, 125-123. Tomorrow night, I'll be back for college hoops. 2 great college games. And then I'll be back for the NBA Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 2 of those games will be Celtics games, too. On Wednesday and Friday, against the same team, they take on the Sixers. So, Wednesday I'll be covering the Celtics, 7:30 Eastern. Friday I'll be covering the Celtics versus Sixers, 7:30 Eastern. Oh, the first one's 7 Eastern on Wednesday, and then Friday one's 7:30 Eastern. Thursday should be another good one. Lakers against Bucks, because the Lakers finally have a game that's early, because they usually play their games late or so. But since they're Pacific time, I usually don't get to call them since I'm over here on the East Coast. But Lakers take on the Bucks. I plan on covering that one on Thursday. Tomorrow's 2 streams, Tennessee, Florida, 7 o'clock. And then 9 o'clock is going to be... It's another college game. Oh, yeah, Duke, Pittsburgh at 9 o'clock. Am I a college student broadcasting? That's what I actually got my degree in, dude, Durham. So I went to college for radio. And he puts out, "You're better than some guys that hear on ESPN radio." Appreciate it, man. I actually work at a radio station as my full-time job. I work on the commercials as a production director. Milwaukee tried to take the game-winning shot. They missed it, no good on the final possession. With 5 seconds left to go, they missed it there at the left baseline, and Brooklyn has won. 125-123, Brooklyn with a W. So everything working out in their favor here with KD and James Harden now with another huge game. James Harden double-double, 34 points, 6 rebounds, 12 assists. That shot just missed by Milwaukee, by Chris Middleton. Just missed the jumper, rattled right out, and that was the ball game. Hey, happy early birthday to Vaughn here. We're almost to your birthday, bud. What a crusher for the Bucks. Warriors-Lakers game going to start. So many good games. Roger happy about the Nets getting the W. So yeah, Giannis. We take a look at the box score here for Bucks-Nets. Giannis had 34 points, 12 rebounds. Chris Middleton had 25 points as well, and then Jrue Holiday had 22 points, 6 assists. For the Brooklyn Nets, KD, James Harden, they combined for 64 total points. And 15 rebounds total they combined. Wow. So 34 by Harden tonight, along with 6 rebounds, 12 assists. KD, 30 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. 2 blocks. Wow. Shooting 23 for 46 from the floor. That's 50% by James Harden and KD. Wow. Milwaukee was favored by 3.5. Wow. Yeah. Let's see here what Brooklyn has, because I think Brooklyn's going to be unstoppable. I'm going to take a look at Brooklyn's schedule now. We're still at halftime. So Brooklyn now 4 wins in a row, and they look unstoppable with KD and Harden. Oh, man, next 2 games are against Cleveland. So on the road at the Cavs. Oh, boy, they got back-to-backs for the next 4 games here. On the road, 2 games at Cleveland on Wednesday and Friday. And then they take on the Heat on Saturday and Monday. Both of the games hosting the Heat. So they get the same team that they could very well sweep both of them. Ethan going to make a mock draft soon. Main needs for the Patriots. I would definitely go with a wide receiver for the biggest need there. Wide receiver. It all depends about the quarterback situation. I feel like Bill's going to do something in the offseason that he's going to get a veteran on the team, possibly like Matthew Stafford or Jimmy Garoppolo for quarterback now. But wide receiver definitely is the biggest one, and also the pass rush for the Patriots. They need like some much more in the pass rush, defensive ends and just run stoppers as well. They had a lot of holes to fill up in the defensive front. So those are the 2 big ones. Is wide receiver and defensive line, defensive ends. So who's everybody's MVP thus far here? Dude, Durham thinks if the Nets finish with a 1 seed, it's Durant's to lose. KD is dropping on real numbers this year. Like, coming back from injury, I think he has a great chance. He's averaging over 30 per game coming back from injury. It seems like just nothing happened. He's his same self once again here for KD. I very well think that KD could win it. And right now they just look like they're just so dominant through 2 games now. So KD very well. My preseason pick was actually Luka for the Mavericks, which he got out to a slower start for Luka. I'm gonna take a look at Dallas tonight. Dallas got crushed tonight. Wow. Raptors just won 116-93. That game was close until the Raptors started pulling away. Very nice picture right there, with a lowercase a and lowercase b. Nikola Jokic, Ian's got. Wow, Luka only finished with 15. 15.7 rebounds, 9 assists. Yeah, Luka's been cold as of late. There's Porzingis, who had a great game. Porzingis led the team in scoring today, and Trey Burke had 17 from the bench for Dallas. Wow. Heat Pistons, tight game going on, 94-90. Heat lead by 4 with 7:35 left to go. Bulls lead the Rockets 109-100 with 4.5 remaining. Yeah, Denver, I feel like is going to be right in the mix for the playoffs. So yeah, even though they're not doing great, I don't think it's any concern. They play deep into the playoffs, so it's going to take a while for them to get back to where it's between. Let's see here. Teams that's struggling more than usual. The Heat did win today, so the Heat are now 5-7. No, the Heat's gonna work their way back up to being a playoff team once again for Miami. They just had a slow start. They're trying to build things around again for Miami, and that only like the 2 months off from the bubble too, since they played in the finals. That kind of didn't help teams that were in the playoffs longer, like the Heat. The Nuggets were in there to the Western Conference Finals, so that's why Denver's got out to a slow start too this season. And also the Mavericks now dropped to 6-7, so they're in 10th place in the West. So they just gone from being, I think, like a top 5 team in the West to being in 10th position now. Hey, what's good, Zach? Welcome to the stream. I don't watch that much UFC. I've seen a couple fights though recently, but not like a ton. Wow, Porzingis missed like 10 threes. Oof. Quiddy Pay. Vegas going for the Patriots. That defense will be scary. Oh my gosh. Tim Hardaway had 0 points. He shot Tim Hardaway Jr. from the Mavericks today. He went 0 for 12. 0 for 6 from the perimeter. And he had 0 points in 27 minutes. Wow. Wessa Wundu went 0 for 4. So it was actually Hardaway that had 6 misses. Luka missed all 3 of his 3-point shots. Who they got winning, Arkansas or Auburn? I'm gonna take Auburn for to tie up the series, because Arkansas played Auburn almost like a month ago or so, but Auburn looks completely changed with Sharif Cooper. Now they play each other again. Arkansas right now, they're in danger of missing the tournament, because they've been dropping a lot of games. Yeah, Auburn's been putting up some serious point totals, too. Auburn won against Kentucky, and that was more of a defensive type of game there. Well, thanks so much for the sub there with the orange tangerine. As we're going to start off the second half right now. Behind the Arc fan saw this video, and the guy had Trevor Lawrence falling to, what, number 14 in the NFL draft? What in the world? Wow. Cutie with the orange, we welcome in the stream right now. 41-28 the score. Armando here. His dad really wants the Nets to make this year's finals. He became the real big fan of the Nets after Harden and KD went to the Nets. So we're going to start the second half here in just a moment. In this one. If you guys are new to the stream, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe here. 20 minutes of basketball remaining. Baylor looking good in that first half. 41-28. So here we go. Baylor going right to left in the court. Second half, Butler has the basketball. Jared Butler dribbles left wing, double teamed. Looks to pass it, bounce pass in the key. Handoff from Thamba. Moves it over underneath. Bad pass. Turnover though by Baylor. Kansas will get the ball back. And 19:40 left to go. So first possession, Jayhawks now. Garrett will take it past half court. Moves it over to Christian Brown. Hands it off. Brown with a great first half. 4 for 4 from the perimeter. They'll take the three, and they knock it down right there with a big triple by Achai Egbaji. It's a 10-point game. 41-31. $19:15 left to go. Baylor dribbles now free throw circle. Mitchell back out to the left wing into the hands of Teague. Teague back outside to Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell step back jumper. Deep shot no good. Missed it for the deep two. Rebound Kansas. Jayhawks have it down by 10. 19 minutes remaining. Brown moves it back out to the left wing. Floats it over the top here. Left baseline. McCormack backs his way. Oh, watch out. That's going to be an offensive foul. McCormack. Watch out for your elbows there, bud. Baylor will get it back. $18:50 left to go. Dave McCormack with 3 personal fouls as well. Baylor at the left wing at the edge of that Bears logo. They move it now inside. Mitchell will dribble back outside. Mitchell guarded by Brown. Dribble, spin move. Back out right corner. Right baseline guarded by Brown. Able to get around him. That's good for 2. Bears score up and in off the glass. Jared Butler playing on a mission tonight. He's got himself 19 points. 18:20 left to go. Kansas ball, Christian Brown at the top. Brown moves it over to the right elbow. Jalen Wilson dribbles back outside. Bounce pass into the key here. McCormack double team. Floats it back out left corner. Egbaji takes the 3. Sinks it. Achai Egbaji back-to-back triples for the Jayhawks. 9-point game they've got it down to now. 18 minutes left to go. Bears basketball once again. Armando's dad also loves the Raptors and was really happy when they won the title back in 2019. Maseo Teague moves it over. Mitchell. Back out to Butler. Having himself a phenomenal night. Jared Butler. Bounce pass inside. Turnover though. Mark Vital. The ball went, I think, behind Vital off the bounce pass there by Flo Thamba. And Kansas will have it back. Oh yeah, 2019. Definitely a year to remember, man. I wish we could be back in that time once again. 17.5 left to go. We just flew like right by 2020. At the right wing, Christian Brown. Moves it over left corner. 3-point shot. Off the mark, no good. Wilson tipped around, out of bounds. Last touch, Kansas. Baylor will get it. Yeah, Ethan puts out, kind of shocked. Nobody's saying Gardner Minshew. Seems like the Patriots and the 49ers is 99% a lock. He is a backup if he stays for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's good enough to start. 17 minutes left to go. Baylor now with the ball. Butler at the right wing. Butler takes the three. That's up. Got it. He is playing on a mission tonight, man. In this game. Really feeling it. 22 points. 46-34 to score. Very well could be potential first-team All-American here with Jared Butler at the left wing, Kansas. Back out left corner, shot fake Agbaji. Agbaji at the top of the key, over to Garrett. Garrett lost control of the basketball. Baylor here with a steal as they'll take it past the right side of the court, but they lost control of it out of bounds, diving for it. They had numbers too on that break too, but it was just at the right side of the court they tried to get it back, and they went out of bounds at half court. Jose's back in here. Already ate taco here. That sounds good, man, with beans and french fries and ketchup. Hey, no problem, Armando. Whenever you get the chance, feel free to stop and by, bud. And enjoy the Warriors-Lakers game. No, not at all, man. Definitely not. You're almost there, Armando. Very close. So yeah, just whenever you guys have a chance, just come on back. That's basically what it is. 16 minutes left to go. 46-36 right there. Kansas off the cut, scores up and in. Under 16 remaining, right corner three. No good, rattled out there by Masio Teague. Rebound, Kansas. Brown, bounce pass. Backs their way underneath. Turnaround. McCormack gonna race the bucket before that, though. Clock will stop. Looks like a personal picked by Baylor before the shot. Yeah, Kansas shooting better from the arc than from the stripe in this game, yeah. Yeah, Christian Brown, he's kept Kansas right in this game in that first half. Yeah, they're 7 for 12 from the perimeter. That's basically their bread and butter, is the outside shot for Kansas. They've actually made more 3-point shots than twos so far. So we're gonna go on a timeout. Second half now. Let's see here. They are 7 for 12 from the outside, and then that would be 6 for 18. Wow. So 7 for 12 from 3-point range, Kansas is. 6 for 18 on 2-point shots. So they're shooting 58% from 3. From 2, they're 33% from 2. What? They're not a great interior team at all, but 33% from 2. The numbers are supposed to be greater than for your 2-point shots than what you're shooting from 3. But that's different for Kansas here. This team relies heavily reliant upon the perimeter. They lost that game against Texas because Texas just completely took them out of the game and locked up the perimeter. And that's why they've been down by this entire game here, because Baylor did the same thing to Texas Tech and really locked them down in the first half. And then also, yeah, at the free throw line, Kansas is 3 for 6 at the charity stripe. So yeah, you are hearing that correct. Kansas is 7 for 12 from 3-point range, knocking down 7 3-point shots, and they've only made 6 2-point shots. They are 6 for 18 from 2, so they are 33% from 2, but 58% from 3. Unbelievable. As for Baylor, they are 6 for 11 from the perimeter, so that's 55% from 3, and they've made 12 3-point shots, so they are 12 for 22 from 2-point range. So 54% from 3. And from 2, they are 50. Yeah, same thing basically. Yeah, 54%. So basically the same thing. And that's why it equates to the same thing. 54.5 they're shooting from the floor right now. Wow. What's good, Warren? Welcome to the stream, man. Alright, we're going to get right back into it. 46-36 the score. We got 15:42 remaining right now. Baylor up by 10. If you guys are new on the stream, make sure to spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well here. Baylor, been out in charge throughout the entirety of this one. Get out to a 7-0 run at one point. And Jared Butler, he has got almost Half of his team's points right here. On a mission. 22 out of the 46. Basically, like, just below 50%. What's good, Brady? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, St. Louis, I'm really high in the Billikens this season. And they are in the top 25, so second week in the top 25. And yep, UConn second week in the top 25 too. UConn probably will drop out unless they beat Creighton though this weekend. Pass inside the post off the inbound. Kansas for 2. That's good. 46-38. Baylor has the ball back. 15-20 left to go. At the top of the key, Mitchell with the ball gets poked all the way to the backcourt. Baylor picks it up, and that's going to actually be last touch by Baylor. So backcourt violation. Kansas will get it back. Yes, Celtics first seed in the East again after the Bucks loss today. That's great, man. Hopefully the Celtics are able to bring it this week and throughout the rest of the season. They laid a big fat egg yesterday against the Knicks. I was at my girlfriend's house for quite a bit yesterday. I watched a little bit of that game, and they won on like a 5-minute scoring drought where they were just stuck at 29 points before halftime. Baylor gets the deflection, ball up the court here in transition. No good, missed it. Second chance, good, up and in. As they get the offensive rebound put back, good for 2 there by the Bears, by Tchamwa Tchattua. 48-38, 14:50 left to go. Kansas has it at the right wing. Agbaji hands it off to Christian Brown. Brown now dribbles, drives inside, moves it back out right corner. Agbaji catch and shoot, missed it. Rebound Baylor. Tchamwa Tchattua. Back-to-back rebounds. Bears pass it. Oh, watch out. Right corner, open 3. No good, missed it, rattled out. Rebound Kansas with 14.5 left to go. Jayhawks with the ball. Dribbles now free throw circle. Passes over to the right corner perimeter. Jalen Wilson. Moves it over, left wing, feeds it inside over McCormick, and McCormick no good, too strong off the glass. Baylor comes up with the rebounds. Bears now with a chance to make it even greater than a 10-point lead. Baylor will take it past half court, wide open 3. Watch out, Davion Mitchell knocks it down. 51-38 with 14 minutes remaining. If Dude Durham loses on his over 142, won't be by much, just a flesh room, but really enjoying the game. This is a good game here. Kansas been hanging in, but Baylor just keeps on responding. Raining threes. Just wide open. Hey, what's good, Roy? Welcome to the stream, man. 2 games tomorrow in the NBA. Let's see here. Denver versus the Thunder. I'm going to go with the Nuggets tomorrow in that one. And then Pelicans Jazz. I'll go with an upset there and take New Orleans. Seems like there's been quite a bit of upsets happening lately or so. Pelicans actually played competitive a couple nights ago when they took on the Lakers. Just blew open the second half. 51-38 to score. 13.5 left to go. Baylor no good. Missed 3-point shot. Rebound Kansas. Jayhawks now with the ball. Kansas will now dribble. Floats it out. Oh, watch out there. Able to get some separation. Mitch Lightfoot with a big 2-handed flush. 51-40. This game, yeah, it's been keeping us on our toes tonight. Even though Baylor's been up by around like double digits, that range between like 8 to 12 points throughout most of this one. Kansas is still, they've been hanging into this game. It's just Baylor's always had a response. 13 minutes left to go. Baylor drives. Good for 2. Bench points by Adam Flagler. He did that a lot against Texas Tech. This team is 53. This team is crazy deep with what they have in the backcourt. Kansas now with the ball. Lightfoot. Moves it over to Agbaji. He'll take a deep jumper. Hit the front rim, no good. Tipped up in the air. Offensive rebound. Lightfoot. He gets stripped. Ball's on the ground. Tapped around. And personal foul picked up from behind by Davion Mitchell. Baylor clock will stop here with 12:34. So 53-40 now to score. 12:34 left to go. Jared Butler on a mission in this game, bouncing back with 22 points. Do I think the Bengals need a wide receiver? Yes, I think so. Because, yeah, A.J. Green, at this point, he just hasn't been what he's been in the past for A.J. Green. 53-40, 12.5 left to go. Kansas passes over to Lightfoot, back outside of Brown. Brown dribbles now at the top. Moves over left corner. And Aruna swings it back over at the left wing. A Baji high arcing three. Hits it. 10-point game. 53-43. 12 minutes left to go. If you guys like 3-point shots, this is a game to pay attention to. As this game is combined for 15 total threes, and both of these teams shooting 50% from 3-point range. Baylor 7 for 14, Kansas 8 for 16. Baylor has it. Left baseline, step back, deep two. Off the mark, no good. Missed shot right there by Teague. Rebound, Kansas. Jayhawks now with the ball. Dribbles, drives inside, swings it back over to the left wing. Catch and shoot. Wilson, no good off the mark. Offensive rebound. Lightfoot will pass it back outside. Ball gets stolen away. Flagler jumps through, gets the steal. 2-on-1. Baylor, watch out. Butler, back over to Flagler. Got it, and a foul. Wow. Baylor going to go to the free throw line here with Adam Flagler shoot two. He has been incredible off the bench this season. So, and one coming up by Flagler. Now with 4 off the bench. Providence man on these streams. As we're going to go to a timeout. 1 free throw coming up after the timeout by Baylor. Media timeout, 11:30 left to go. Yeah, it's been a fun game here. Baylor's been in full charge, but Kansas been hanging in by that range like 8 to 12 throughout most of it tonight. As Bradley comes back right now onto the stream, we welcome him back. Baylor, over 50% shooting from the floor. Just difference here, they're making their shots, and they've taken a lot of great looks today by Baylor, and it's led to 11 assists by them. They are crazy with how they pass the basketball, like really good. They got 2 players in the top 5 in the conference in assists per game. And today, Jared Butler. Oh man, if there was fantasy basketball for college basketball, he would have a major game for Jared Butler. 22 points, along with 5 made 3-point shots, 5 assists by Butler. Just 1 turnover. He's only missed 3 shots from the floor, playing on the mission. 8 for 11 shooting by Butler tonight. After that, it's only Maseo Teague's got 8. That's it for Baylor. It's been Butler really carrying this team, but he's taken the majority of the shots, though. He's taken 11 attempts. Teague has got 8 points off of 9 attempts so far. Flo Thama's perfect 3 for 3 with 7 points and 4 rebounds. And then Adam Flagler coming in late, 4 points in the second half. As for Kansas, it was Christian Brown who kept his team winning the first half, 14. Now it's Igbaji with 12 points. Majority of that in the second half here for Kansas. Scoreboard update, NBA. We'll take a look at it right now. If you guys are right now on a timeout, spike the thumbs up. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Lakers out to a very great start. Or a very good start by the Lakers, 22-10. No, I do not play fantasy poker, Vaughn. I remember they put poker when I was a lot younger, like 7, 8, 9 years old. Like, had to be like 2003, 2004, 2005. When they played poker and they put it on NBC, like actual television. They put poker on. That would be pretty funny if I streamed a poker match. That'd be funny. Lakers lead the Warriors now 23-12 with 5:08 left to go in the first quarter. Heat trying to close it out. They were down by double digits early, and Heat up by 5 against the Pistons. 110-105 trying to close it out there. Bulls beat the Rockets. Tighter game than what I thought. 125-120. Zach LaVine, 33 points. Victor Oladipo, 32 for Houston. Chicago able to escape with a 5-point victory. So we are back to action. Free throw is good at the line by Baylor. 56-43, 11 and a half left to go. Kansas pass underneath, going to lead to a bucket, good for 2. Approaching 11 minutes remaining. Baylor now with the basketball, flings it over, jumps the route, intercepted by Abaji. Here goes Abaji, drives to the bucket. That's going to be hard contact in the blocking foul by Baylor, picked up by Meyer. He's going to send Abaji here to the free throw line. Shooting 2 coming up with 11:02. Yeah, Dude Durham puts out NBC Poker After Dark. It wasn't bad. Got to hear the pros chatting it up. Yeah, I remember watching that when I was a lot younger. Wow. I remember NBC was having a lot of cool stuff back then. Like 2003, 2004, 2005. They had arena football for a couple of years. I have like all the throwback video games. First Free Throw is good. I only went up to the PlayStation 2, but they have all the throwback video games. Arena football when it came out. I think it was like 2006. Arena football for the video game. Free Throw, second one good by Kansas. 9-point game. Hey, welcome back, Armando. Hey, no problem, man. You can enjoy the Lakers Golden State game if you want, bud. No problem, bud. Whenever you have the chance, just feel free to come on by. But glad to have you back in here once again, Armando. 10:35 left to go. Baylor missed a jumper, rebound Kansas, pass over to Lightfoot, back outside right baseline. Jayhawks will turn the corner, and Aruna, good. He floats it up right there with a teardrop. This is a 6-point game. This is getting 7-point game right now. Getting closer than usual. Baylor hasn't been able to burn many timeouts. That's only their second one they've burned today. So Kansas burned 3 timeouts in that first half alone. They're down to 1 timeout here. Baylor down to 2. We got 10:19 remaining. Alright, so on a timeout here once again. Great game here. Kansas is just, it's always a good game when the other team hangs in there. And if you guys like 3-point shots and offense here, as far as 3-point shots going down, you got yourselves a good game. Both of these teams 50% from the floor from 3-point range. 7 for 14 for Baylor, 8 for 16 for Kansas right now. Should YouTube have cameras on to know who is a troll and who is not a troll? I don't know, man. It's quite the time. Yes, I believe so, Dude Durham. So they decided this year not to do the Winter Classics. They actually started later because they didn't even start NHL season on New Year's Day. They started last week for the NHL. NHL, let's see here, NHL Lake Tahoe. I believe that's on NBC. Let me see, because they're gonna do like an outside game at Lake Tahoe. Yeah. So let's see here. February, 2 outdoor games. So yeah, so they still do the Winter Classic. They didn't do it this year, but it's on NBC. But this year it's something different. Since they started after New Year's, it's February 11th. It's at Lake Tahoe that they're gonna be hosting outdoor hockey games. That's so cool. It's incredible. Yeah, the Bruins are in that too. So what's that? Yeah, Bruins, Flyers, and Avalanche and Golden Knights on February 20th. What position should the Broncos draft it? It looks like they have the number 9 pick for Denver for this year. But yeah, for what position going to go for? Maybe like a tight end there for Denver. They do have, yeah, I think they have Noah Fant though for tight end. Their defense isn't bad. They just need more like explosive weapons for Denver. I think like more like a receiving weapon, probably wide receiver or tight end for Denver. Okay, so we are back to action. 56-49 the score. 10 minutes left to go. Kansas going to get the steal off of Baylor here. Leads to a Kansas jam and transition. Wow. Oh, man, what a game we got now. 56-51, 10 minutes remaining. Ryan, welcome on the stream here. Indeed, this has turned into a great game. 9:45 left to go. Baylor hands it off around the perimeter. Butler floats it. Watch out. Mark Vital. Oh, boy. Alley-oop jam, sending that one down right behind the defense. Baylor by 7. This has been a fun game to call tonight. 9:30 left to go. A couple alley-oop jams. Jared Butler, 22.6 assists, proving why he is on the watch list for a first-team All-American. Kansas now with the ball. Left baseline. Moves it out all the way past the backcourt. Turnover, Kansas. Uncharacteristic turnover there by the Jayhawks. And they've turned it over 12 times today. Baylor also with 12 turnovers. Yeah, Baylor is two weaker. They only have two weaknesses for Baylor. It's turnovers, which they force a ton of turnovers. They forced Stephen F. Austin into 35 turnovers at the early portion of their year. And I think they turned it over like 22 times in that game themselves by Baylor. But that was very early when they first started playing this season. Baylor, open three, missed it off the mark, tipped out of bounds. Last touched by, the ref's going to say here, I think it's out of bounds by Kansas last off of Egbaji. So it should remain Baylor basketball, and it will. So Bears will get the ball here off the inbound. Yep, nice gutting. 9 minutes left to go. Baylor by 7. Bears basketball at the right baseline. Now they dribble at the free throw circle. Mitchell back out to the top here to Butler. Butler been just real as far as today. Deep three. Oh, man, he got it. Jared Butler, baby, sinks the triple right there. From the right wing perimeter, 61-51. What's good, Kevin? Appreciate Bud for stopping them by, man. Indeed, this has been a great game. 3-point shots going down. This has been a great one. Kansas, no good. Denied in the post. Chawa Chatua with a block there for the Bears. 8:20 remaining. Butler takes the best half court. Jared Butler punting on a show. 25 points. 6 perimeter triples made. They put the ball at the top of the key. Into the hands here of Davion Mitchell. He dribbles. Free throw circle. Back outside. At the left wing over to Teague. Masio Teague guarded by Yanaruna. That's a one-on-one matchup. Watch out for this matchup. Teague dribbles. Left baseline, able to get around and floats it up. Got it for 2. Nice look by Masio Teague. Baylor by 12. 7:50 left to go. Kansas ball now. I cannot believe this was a close game. Look how Baylor just scores. Last 3 possessions. Boom, boom, boom. 7-zip run. Kansas now has Egbaji, looks around the perimeter, over to Garrett. Back over to Egbaji at the right wing. Egbaji gives it over right corner. Lightfoot going to take the 3. That's way off. He usually doesn't take 3-point shots. Rebound Baylor. Bears now with the ball. 7:25 remaining. They'll take it past half court. Butler hands it off. Teague now with the ball. Dribbles towards his right. And over into the hands of Mitchell. Mitchell with 7:15 left to go. 15 on the shot clock. Hands it off to Butler. Back over to Chanwa Chatua. Attacks the basket. Drives inside. And that's going to be a bucket. Good for 2. Right there by Jonathan Chanwa Chatua for Baylor. Kansas going to dribble up the court. They take a timeout. Mitch Lightfoot tried to go for a big flop right there. And Chanwa Chatua took it into the lane. And the ref said no offensive foul by Chanwa Chatua. And it resulted in 2 off of his layup. So clock will stop. So right now we're going to go on a timeout. Very good game. And this game really intense today. These teams aren't missing as of late. Yes, I actually do, Ethan. I write articles for the college basketball content over there. So there's a website called Busting Brackets, and sometimes I write articles for them. Like they give me like a sheet that you can like sign up for game previews and stuff to cover. So when I have a chance, I write them up. I also know like the most about the Big East since I follow Providence basketball a ton, but also even though it's the Big East doesn't come on that much, I follow like all these teams, but as the most I know, I feel like it's like more about that type of conference since I follow Providence a ton in their matchups. So I usually take the Big East Conference predictions too. Hey, thanks so much, Dude Durham. Really appreciate it, man. Do I do any Purdue games? As we welcome Engage onto the channel. Sometimes I do. I haven't done them in quite a bit of time though. If they ever land on because they're usually on Big Ten Network. I actually don't get Big Ten Network where I am. But if they ever land on ESPN or ESPN2 and I'm around, I'll cover a Purdue game. Purdue's been sneaky good this year. Actually, I want to see their schedule coming up. I remember I didn't cover any Purdue games last year, but I remember my first year I covered a bunch with Carson Edwards in the team. Oh, by the way, it's been 2 years since I started out this channel. It's incredible. So it's been incredible. It's been 2 years since I started. Yeah, I'm looking at Purdue's schedule. They haven't scheduled the rest of the games after January 30th. But if they keep on winning, good chance that they could put those games over on ESPN. So maybe I'll cover a Purdue game. Yeah, quite the name that he has. Yeah, they got Big Ten Network and then Fox Sports 1 on Friday. I actually don't get either of those channels, Big Ten Network or Fox Sports 1. I get, because my Sling package only covers ESPN, ESPN2, TNT for the NBA stuff, TBS when tournament time comes. Yeah, that's awesome, Ethan. Yeah, Fansided has a lot of good content. I know, I'm recently new to it, so I started around October. Yeah, there's a group of people that, write for the college basketball stuff that they do, bracketology things, like the risers and droppers of the week. They also do, top 25, too. Hey, what's good, Makeel? Welcome back on the stream, bud. Happy that the Raptors won. Good win for them today. 65-51. Raptors over the Mavs earlier today. We're back to action here. 6:45 remaining. And Kansas turns it over around the perimeter. Baylor going to dribble inside. That's going to be a Kansas foul picked up here with 6:43 as we're back into action. Fansided is it's a website, Vegas, that puts out articles. Definitely, if you guys are interested in sports, check it out. I write for it's called Busting Brackets. It's a college basketball column that it's more like a college basketball website that I write for. It's called Busting Brackets on the website. I usually on my Twitter page I tie those links over on my Twitter page to what I write for articles, like game previews. Sometimes I do Big East Conference predictions too. From time to time, Baylor passes around the perimeter. They turn it over though off the fingertips of Teague, out of bounds. Kansas will have it back. 6:31 left to go. Yeah, time goes by incredibly fast. Steph Curry, first quarter buzzer beater. Wow. 6:20 remaining. Kansas yet to hit a shot in the last 3.5 minutes. Shot fake underneath, puts it up, no good. Tipped around, and big rebound there by Baylor. Clock will stop with 6:19. So 14-point Baylor lead, and they'll get the basketball coming back as well. I'm in my bedroom here, Makeel. That's where I stream from, is my bedroom. Sometimes I go out to my living room if it's like a weekend and my family's not sleeping. To stream on the couch. I covered the football game in the bedroom when I covered that the Bills-Patriots game. 3-point shot Baylor, but they're going to erase it though. Offensive foul around the screen as the clock will stop with 6:07. Ronnie taking the Bears here. Favorites on the line by 8.5. Looking good for that right now. Up by 14, approaching 6 left to go. Ooh boy, good question there. My favorite college basketball player ever. I remember when I was a lot younger, I loved watching Shane Battier play. When I was really young. I had to be like 6 or 7 watching him and play. He was awesome. 5:45 left to go. Kansas dribbles into a crowd of defenders. Garrett moves it back over to the top. McCormick over to DeJuan Harris back outside of Brown. Christian Brown going to take a deep three. Curry range. Hits it from downtown by Christian Brown. 65-54 to score. 5:30 left to go. Brown with 17 points. Baylor now with the ball. Butler moves it over to Vital. Hands it off to Butler. Free throw circle jumper off the mark. Tipped up in the air. Fight for the rebound. Kansas. Oh, off the fingertips of Garrett. Lost control of it out of bounds. So Baylor going to have it back. That should have been a Kansas rebound. How many games do I think Arkansas can win? So Zach puts out here, he thinks Arkansas is going to be 21-6 this year, maybe 22. He's start playing good again. Doesn't know about the top 25. I think there's question marks now about Arkansas. Recently, how they played, if they're going to be a tournament team, because the first half has been question marks. They've been doing well in the second half. But the first half, they just haven't been able to score. Let's see here. I'm going to take a look at their remaining schedule in just a moment. We got 5 minutes left to go. How many games do I do in a day? Usually do 2 for college on like Mondays and Tuesdays usually. Inbound, left corner 3 wide open. Baylor missed it. When I do NBA, I usually do 1 game a day. NBA is usually Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. College is usually Monday and Tuesday. I usually cover, and then Wednesday is, Saturday is college as well. As they dribble drive inside, Garrett good for 2. 65-56, 4.5 left to go. I'll be back next streams tomorrow. Tennessee versus Florida, and then Duke versus Pittsburgh. So 2 games tomorrow, and then Celtics versus Sixers on Wednesday and Friday this week. Lakers versus Bucks on Thursday. Kansas going to get the steal off of Baylor. Missed the layup, though. DeJuan Harris got rejected by the front rim. They are able to get it back, though. Kansas around the perimeter. Back outside, Brown. Shot fake. Moves it over top of the key, DeJuan Harris. 4 minutes left to go as they approach the mark. DeJuan Harris guarded by Butler. Back outside to Egbaji. Moves it over Garrett. Floats it inside over McCormack. Backs his way over Vital. Turnaround jumper. Got it. Alright, now we got a ball game here. 65-58, 3:50 remaining. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. As Baylor will take it past half court, they're going to take a timeout here. 7-zip run by Kansas, last 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Timeout Baylor. Alright, 3:46 remaining. So let's see our Arkansas upcoming schedule. Oh boy. Let's see what I would say to their schedule here. Auburn, they already played Auburn. I think they're going to split the series because they're definitely a completely changed team with Sharif Cooper. So 0-1, they should be able to beat Vanderbilt. Ole Miss, 2-1. I think they should be able to win that. Tough game against Oklahoma State. That's a very tough game. 2-2, I'll put that for a loss there. Mississippi State, I think they should be able to take one, even though Mississippi State's been improving. 3-2. Texas A&M 4-2. Should be a W. Oh boy, Kentucky. I'm gonna say a loss there since it's out at Kentucky. 4-3. Very difficult game against Missouri again. 4-4. Alabama, Arkansas, or Arkansas, Florida. I'll take them over Florida. 5-4. Over Texas A&M. They should sweep Texas A&M. 6-4. Alabama. That was rough the first time. It's probably going to be 6-5. LSU. They would have to split it. I feel like they'd be desperate by February 27th. They'd have to split it. 7-5. I think they'll split the series. And then South Carolina. South Carolina is going to play spoiler to a lot of teams. So I think that's going to be 7-6. For Arkansas. South Carolina could be a tournament team. They just haven't played enough games to really get judged yet for South Carolina since they had like a full month off. But if they use their potential, they could be a tournament team. Oof. Yeah, Jason just not happy about that whole moment before the Florida game started off. Well, hopefully the gift will cheer you up coming into the mail, and hopefully next year they can turn the page and make it a much better year. What do I think's going on with Kentucky Duke and UNC? I think it's just the younger players. It's taken them really tough time this year to adjust to the college setting. And I feel like that's why Northwestern was good from the start, is because their team chemistry was really good. They returned their entire starting five. So the teams that started out really well, some of the teams, they didn't have great records last year, but they basically returned their starting five. And a lot of teams that's having trouble are ones with like transfer pickups or recruits. So that would put so I just said Arkansas would be 7-6. That would put them at 17-10, which would be 9-10 in the conference. There's another game missing. There was one postponed. So yeah, it's probably not going to be enough. So they're going to have to get a lot of victories, like really turn it around. Yeah, that was unfortunate, Hermano, when the Celtics lost to the Heat. Celtics just didn't play with enough chemistry, and Spoelstra made the changes that they needed to make, and they were the much better team as far as getting together and putting together the team. And Celtics couldn't guard Bam to save their life last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. They were just one big away. 3:25 left to go. Baylor just turned it over out of the timeout. Kansas has the basketball, hands it off top of the key. Moves it outside. Jalen Wilson, left baseline dribble. Oh, big throwdown. Throws it down there by Wilson with a jam. We got ourselves a game. 5-point game now. 3:10 left to go. Not right now. I'm going to limit my Thunder players there, Vaughn. Just in case a game's getting postponed. Jared Butler trying to take over this game once again. Butler at the right wing, gains separation. Oh, takes the three, hits it. Baby, what a triple. 28 points, 7 made 3-point shots tonight by Jared Butler. That could have easily been an offensive foul, and Bill Self can't believe it. Now, one of his players was guarding Butler, took the flop, and the ref said play on, don't count the offensive foul. Spin move. DeJuan Harris guarded by Butler. Back outside to Enaruna. Right baseline dribble. And he drives, and that's going to be a foul on the clock here. Clock will stop with 2:32. Yeah, Adam Morrison. Nice throwback. Wow. I was wondering what happened to him. So Adam Morrison, college basketball god. Now he sells cars. Wow. Yeah, Ryan puts out Drew Brees. Yeah, Drew Brees is gonna retire. I feel like he's gonna retire. He's not gonna be playing anymore. I feel like that was it yesterday. He retired yesterday. That iconic picture of him looking out of the Superdome. Him and Brady hugging in the post game afterwards. I think that's it for Drew Brees. Kelly Oubre got a technical foul for blowing a kiss at Montrezl Harrell. Wow. There's 33 out on the stream right now. 2:24 left to go. 68-60 Baylor. Inbound coming up for Kansas. They put it back at the perimeter. Tapped out of bounds, though, by Mark Vital, guarding Jalen Wilson. It's going to be Kansas ball again as the clock will stop with 2:23. Jayhawks inbounds. DeJuan Harris has it. Edge of the Baylor logo. Dribbles to the right wing. Harris guarded by Vital. Passes now over. Drives inside. Wilson. No good off the glass. Rebound back to Baylor by Vital. Bears have it with 2:10 on the clock. If you guys are new, spike the thumbs up. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe here, folks. As we approach the 2-minute mark. Now remaining. Mark Vital, top of the key. Flagler hands it off. Top of the key over to Butler now. Daniel, welcome to the stream. Great game indeed. Kansas is hung in here. Baylor just hitting a lot of clutch shots. Jared Butler's been the one go-to today. Baylor drives inside. Good for 2. Count the bucket and the foul. The Bears will go to the free throw line coming back after the timeout here. 70 60. The score with 1:48 left to go. My COT, good for 2. Actually, no timeout here. They're just going to go to the free throw line. It looked like ESPN was going to break for commercial, but didn't. Cavs is supposed to play today, but it got postponed. I'll take a look at that and see. Yes, Cavs and Wizards. That game got postponed. So I think Washington's been having a lot of trouble lately with a lot of players that they haven't been able to field a full team or meet the required 8. 71-60. Free throw is good at the line. Kansas driving inside, contact in the fall there. It's going to send the Jayhawks to the line. Jared Butler picks up his 3rd personal as Baylor's on a 6-zip run. Yeah, I agree, dude, Durham. Kansas always starts slow in these games against ranked teams. Yeah, they had that problem a couple weeks ago against West Virginia. So 71-60. First free throw coming up by Garrett. Hits it for Kansas. Hey, what's good, Cake? Welcome to the stream, man. What are my thoughts about the Spurs for this season? I think they're probably going to be in that playing round, most likely. Probably going to be like a 9 or a 10 for San Antonio. They got something, though, for the future of Keldon Johnson. I really like Keldon Johnson's future for San Antonio. Inbound Baylor, they slipped there for a moment with Davion Mitchell, but he gets fouled. Kansas going to pick up their 8th personal, so it's going to send Baylor here into the bonus. Also, Baylor's picked up 7, so Kansas in the bonus as well. Yeah, Oklahoma State. Cade Cunningham lit up Kansas, in the first half. Wow. I couldn't believe last week when they put that game on ESPN+. First free throw, Davion Mitchell hits it for Baylor in the 1-1 bonus. Little Tripods, welcome to the stream. No, the game's late for me. I'm from the East Coast, so I'm only doing like earlier games now because I have to get up for tomorrow. Second free throw is good. 73-62. Minute 38 left to go in this one. Kansas has it. They'll dribble past half court. At the top, Juwan Harris moves it over, goes to the backcourt. That's they're signaling. Yep, that's going to be a backcourt violation. So Kansas turnover, ball goes right back over to Baylor. This game very crucial. Baylor a minute 25 away from being 13-0. And the Bears get the inbound with a quick personal foul picked up here by Marcus Garrett of Kansas. Clock will stop with a minute 23. Yeah, things will get better, hopefully, for you guys. Just keep your head up. Things will get better eventually. But they will here this year. First one's good at the line, 74-62. Minute 23 left to go. Louise, welcome to the stream. Second free throw, good. Yeah, they put the NBA games on, like, the ones on the West Coast are really late. Like, 10 o'clock tip times for me are actually 7 o'clock Pacific times. Those are actually 10 o'clock tip times for me. That's why. And I get up around 6:30 for work on the weekdays. Minute 15 left to go. Kansas took it up the court. Quick whistle and a foul as Garrett on the ground here for Kansas, stretching out his left ankle right now. Thanks so much for dropping the like, bud. Really appreciate it, man. Minute 15 left to go here. Garrett able to get up. Good to see right there. Hey, no problem, Jose. Glad to have you out on the stream. Enjoy WWE tonight, man. Yep. Oh, man, throwback song there with Keep Your Head Up. So it's actually fouled from behind by Anaruna So it sent Mitchell to the line, and Garrett had the ball, lost control of it, and he slipped on the ground too. So first free throw good by Baylor at the line. Second one coming up. Davion Mitchell hits both of them, 77-62. Hey, thanks so much, Johnny. Appreciate it, bud, for stopping by. Who do I think would win? Baylor against Gonzaga matchup. I'm going to take Gonzaga there. 15-point lead, approaching 1 minute left to go. Kansas drives inside, no good off the mark. Contact and a foul, though, from behind by Baylor. It's going to send Kansas to the line, shoot two. That would be a very good game. Because I think Baylor will be able to lock up the perimeter against Corey Kispert. But I feel like where Kansas would have the advantage is for Gonzaga would have the advantage is inside with Drew Timme in that game on the glass. First free throw good by Kansas, and also at the free throw line as well is where I like Gonzaga. And Baylor, they do turn it over a lot. They do force a lot of turnovers, but they do turn it over a lot, and Gonzaga also forces quite a bit of turnovers. 77-64, final minute remaining. Baylor by 13 with the basketball. Yeah, Dude Durham called a 75-65 game. Wasn't off by much. Final 50 seconds. It's going to be Mitchell with the ball here at the edge of that Baylor logo, guarded by Brown. 10 on the shot clock right now. Baylor with the ball. Bears have it. Mitchell driving. He'll move it into the key. Gets stolen away here by Kansas. They got a 2-on-1. Kansas going to lead to an open layup by DeJuan Harris. That's good for two. 77-66, final 30 seconds remaining. Baylor has it, takes it past half court. Moves it over to the right wing. Kansas not going to follow here. Final 20 seconds remaining, and Baylor just going to slow it down. Before you sign off, everybody, if you guys are new, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Ring that notification bell as well. Here in Behind the Arc Basketball as they cover play-by-play here, folks. Tomorrow I plan on being back for some more college hoops. Baylor's still passing at 4 seconds. Oh, they got stripped of the ball. Kansas going to get the steal. And with 0.8 left to go, the clock will stop. Wow. 0.8 left to go, the clock will stop here. 77-66. 143 is the total. Over 142 with the last bucket. Okay, so they're going to put back some more time on the clock. This might be meaningful to you guys who bet here for the final possession. Kansas, inbounds. Shot fake, half-court shot, and they bank it. It is good, and they're going to count it. 77-69. That's 8. Kansas makes it. 77-69. And it lands to Kansas plus 8. As that is the final there. They just hit a 3-point shot. Just desperation, frustration, just chucks it up by number 12, a bench player, Tihan, and makes it. That is ridiculous. It was just in front of the half-court logo. As that is the ball game here, 77-69. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. That's a ridiculous shot. Jeez. Oh my gosh. So that is the final to this one. Jared Butler, man. A phenomenal game. He had 30 points in this game today for Baylor. 10 for 14 from the floor. Made 7 3-point shots. Had himself 8 assists for Baylor here. And they proved it once again tonight. 77-69 the final. I think my prediction, I want to see my prediction here. It was pretty, okay, mine was a little bit tighter. 70-65 I had. So that one was 77-69. As that is a wrap for this one. But man, crazy, interesting game here. Kansas hung in there for quite a bit, so it was a good one here. But that is a wrap here, folks, on that one. Ouch. If you took Baylor in the points, ouch for that one. If you had Baylor minus 8.5, because it was looking good until the final second where they just launched up a half-court 3 and they banked it at the horn there. That is a wrap to this one. I'll be back tomorrow night. It's going to be Tennessee versus Florida, 7 o'clock Eastern time. After that one will be Duke versus Pittsburgh. So doubleheader tomorrow. Wednesday will be NBA, Celtics, Philly. Same as Thursday with Lakers against Bucks, and then Celtics, Philly again on Friday. So that's a wrap, everybody. Before you sign off, spike the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe before I go. I'll close out to the members here. Big shout out to the 3 members here on the channel for supporting out these streams. We got Jack, Jason, the sports expert. If anybody's interested in becoming a member behind York Basketball, as low as $1.99 per month, we have special shout outs here at the end of my live streams. We also have special live streams too if anybody wants to support that for $4.99 per month at the US dollar rate, and that's for play-by-play at least once per month of a non-basketball related sport that it could cover. Could possibly be like an NFL game, or maybe like a NASCAR race, Major League Baseball game, or something cool like that. Possibly an Olympic sport when it comes on. But that's a wrap, everybody. Really appreciate it for enjoying this stream. You guys were awesome. And enjoy the rest of your night as well here on MLK Day, everybody. And enjoy the rest of your Monday, everybody. I'm behind York Basketball. Thanks so much for stopping by. And signing off right now.